Just asking, because this is some good stuff here. Yes. Yes.
So I think I'm going to repeat what I was saying
Yes.
when Pam
I
says
think
to
that'd
me,
be a great idea.
"Are you going to get recorded at some point?" Because what I was talking about was one of my students telling me about allowing spirit to bring her messaging in her sleep. And she was saying, I know you're going to tell me I'm wrong, but spirit forced the connection on me. And I know this because I'm getting this beautiful messaging at night when I sleep. And I wake up and I'm like, oh, okay. And I asked her, at what point am I going to disagree with you on this? Well, you always say we have a choice. And this just felt so forced on me. And I just laughed. So I said, well, but it is a choice. It was the choice for you to allow that beautiful messaging that you received in your sleep. It might not have been a conscious yes or no,
Mhm.
but spirit doesn't cross your free will. And you were open to receiving this messaging in your sleep. And so that's when spirit brought it.
Yes.
So there was a yes and a no. She was not right. I mean, she was not wrong, but it wasn't forced. She was allowing.
Right.
And that's one
So,
of the most beautiful choices I think there is to just be in allow mode.
so was she saying that she wasn't trying to connect and she connected anyway? Is that wrong? Something like that? Like she was
I
going like,
I think she was saying because it wasn't a conscious
okay,
choice to
okay,
connect,
okay,
that it was being forced on her.
okay, okay. No,
Yeah. And then
no.
she saw she saw
Now,
where it was an allowance and yeah.
now, earthies, different types of entities that live in lower vibrational dimensions, they don't give a shit about your free will.
Oh no, they don't.
They're gonna
Uh-uh.
cross it any damn time they want to, and they're going to even pose as family members or guides, that sort of thing, to get you to agree to let them in even further. They'll do that.
Yeah.
Yes. But guides will never do it. They're just
No.
not going to.
No, they won't.
Spirit's just not going to.
Thank you for saying that because I'm really curious who out there needs a clearing where the earthy is posing as a military person.
Oh,
And are they posing as military to gain sympathy, or were they military and that's how they're presenting in their life?
like that person had someone in the military who passed away and they're coming in pretending like they're your,
Maybe. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. It was the middle of the night, 2 nights or 3 nights ago. It was a couple, but it was the middle of the night, and it's like,
Yes.
no.
So let's, there's so much I want to talk about with
Okay.
this. So you brought that up, and there are going to be people asking, so they're not hurting anything. What's the big deal? So what? So the ant, like, well, I'm not going to call you to clear him out. He's not hurting anyone. So what? Or whatever we get that all the time. And first of all, you're being lied to and you're being duped. So just on that point alone, how rude.
Yeah.
But if you have an earthing in your home and you're allowing them to stay, they slowly erode your sense of being. They slowly erode your ability to actually connect to higher beings,
Mhm.
there's the slow moving codependency of that relationship is already in gear and it's happening. And it can take years.
It
I mean,
can.
it can take years,
Yes, it
but
can.
you will eventually, and you might already always think about that earthy
Right?
or whatever that entity is
Your schedule
yes
starts to evolve around the
around.
patterns.
Yep. Because people will say, oh, they're just up in there was a clearing that you and I did here in town, and we went there, and the when you were stuck in marble, that
Oh
one.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah, yeah. When you said up, I thought, oh, I wonder if it was that. Yeah.
yes, and the lady of the house, and then it was like her sister or just really good friend, whatever, they were there. And they were kind of like, it doesn't really bother us or anything. But as they're talking, it's like, well, you've already stopped going upstairs, which is where your computer is. You do office work up there. You've already
Mhm.
stopped that.
Yep.
You've already said when you do have to go up there, you go real fast, you come back. And I don't remember some of the other stuff, but there was some other things. And it's like, do you see how they're affecting you? Do they see how they're keeping you from living in your own home?
Yeah.
That's detrimental. So, yes, a ghost being in your home is absolutely going to take your life from you. You are absolutely going to be on their schedule, whether you believe it or not. And what I would encourage you to do is think about it. How often do you think of them? How often have you now stopped doing some things or maybe doing some things that you hadn't before that is directly related to this being?
Hmm.
If it is a crossed over loved one, they don't stay.
No,
They come in for a specific message, whoop, they're out. They do not hang around.
no, they don't.
Your guides do not hang around. They have other shit to do. They're there at the exact moment you think of them or need them or they have a message for you, whatever, they're there. But that's not the way a ghost, which we call earthies, entities, anything, they're there pretty much all the time. They can come and go, but most of the time they're going to stay there when they're there for much longer and they'll leave for a few hours or something and then they're back. So, yeah, there's a difference. So I just whoever you are, if you're thinking, oh, Mari-Lyn's or how did you know or whatever it was, give give it TCS everydaypsychics.com will get you
Oh,
to our
there you
website.
go. Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes,
Fill
yes.
out that request form and send it in and we'll get back to you about clearing that dude out.
Yeah.
And it's best for him. Whoever, that earthy, they're living in a space that they can't find joy or love. All they can find is codependency. They can get connection. That's the most they have. They don't. Now, when people say, oh, I heard this laugh, it's not a joy. They're never joyful laughs. They can't get to that vibration. They're stuck in their woundings and their traumas. And that's a whole nother podcast. But,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They do not
um,
exist in joy at all. Mm-mm.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
So sorry, I went off in.
No, I think
When
that
you
was
said
good.
that, I just thought, oh, we need to talk about that.
And we don't talk about the paranormal on this channel.
Correct.
Um, we have another channel for that.
Yes.
However,
Which we are so seldom on. Well, I'm not ever anymore, and you are
I
seldomly.
am I am seldom on it. However, ghosts,
Mm-hmm.
earthbound spirits,
Mm-hmm.
it is a spiritual thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very spiritual phenomenon. And what we do when we clear your home is allow, we are the medium, we are that go-between
Yes.
for that earthbound spirit to
Yes.
finally cross over into the realms of
Yes.
healing, of love.
Mhm.
And I mean, that right there is spirit.
Mhm. Maybe that's our topic today. Mari-Lyn and I were kind of going back and forth about a topic. Then she started talking about that great thing, and so well, she almost started recording, and then we started talking. And maybe that's it. Maybe that's ours today is to talk about what the hell is a ghost.
Yeah.
It's spiritual. It's all spirit. We just don't typically bring it to this podcast,
Mm-mm.
but those of you listening might find it very interesting. And it is all part of spirit.
It is. It is absolutely spirit.
Yeah. So what do
Yeah.
you think?
I
Do we
think I
want to?
like it.
Okay.
I think most people don't look at ghosts as a spiritual
No.
phenomenon.
Mm-mm. No.
Um,
Well, and ghost hunting, as we all know, is like $1 billion business. It is
Huge.
a $1 billion business, and it's horrific. This is my opinion after doing this as many years as I have, which has been a lot of years.
A lot of years.
Uh, 30, I guess. It is, it's so ghosts are, as we just talked about, they were in a human body. At some point, at the time of their soul leaving this body, they said, nope, I'm not going to the higher realms. Heaven, whatever you want to call it, not going there. I'm staying. And there are some reasons why that happens, and we can talk about that too. And then they get stuck, and they're stuck in a low vibration, and the vibration is fear. And there are different levels of that lower vibration, of the higher
Mhm.
vibration. We're sort of like in the middle of the two.
Mhm.
They get stuck in their wounding. Imagine whatever your wounding is right now. Imagine being stuck in that, not being able to get out. You're not in a human body, so you don't have the brain to think clearly, to think anything new, to think things through, to that true understanding of what a brain gives you. You don't have it. You're not in the higher realms, so you can't reach all those beautiful high vibrations of love and compassion and
Mhm.
all joy.
Yeah.
You're stuck.
There's
That's what we mean by being stuck. Or
that
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 we mean.
is
That's not what ghost hunters mean by being stuck, but that's what.
yeah. Yeah. I don't
Go
know
ahead.
what I was going to say. Must not have been very good.
Oh, I interrupted as I do.
No, no, no. I think it, yeah. I think it left because it didn't. Yeah.
So what happens is, so that you're stuck in your wounding. You're certainly not trusting. You're trying to get your needs met. The entire time, all you're doing is trying to get your needs met. That's it.
Mhm.
And you have to have humans or at least enough energy. There are situations where there's so many entities and earthies. There's a lot of energy going on that they can sort of survive in that. But for the most part, you have to get it from humans, and you get it from human connection, out of the fear, the codependence, which is
Mhm.
fear. Codependence is not a high vibration.
No, it's not. No.
Um, Scaring people, creating havoc, chaos. That's
Chaos.
all part of it. So not only is the ghost living in that, in your home, you will end up living in that too.
Mhm. And
Um,
it's so slow.
yes,
The
is a
effect
slow burn.
can be. I shouldn't say is, but it can be. It can
Can
be
be.
such a slow build.
Hmm.
Um, and by the time it takes full effect, you're like, it happened so slowly that you're not even going to consider that it's because you have an earthbound spirit in your home.
Right. It's very much like, and I say this all the time, it is a domestic violence relationship. It looks different than a human domestic violence, but it is. Your autonomy is being taken away from you.
Hmm.
All of your thoughts are how to please this being.
Hmm.
How do I not get yelled at? How do I not get pushed down the stairs? How do I, they have those elements as well.
Hmm. I remember doing a clearing, and
You stop going out, you stop having friends. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
I don't remember if it was one that you and I did or one that I did with students. But the gal had gotten to the point where she didn't want to leave her house because she
Mhm.
was afraid of what was going to happen while she was gone.
Yes.
Because something would always happen when she
Yeah.
was gone.
Yeah.
And so she quit
That's
leaving.
abuse. That is
Yeah.
abuse. And somehow, and I blame ghost hunters for this, um, or just even mediums and psychics who swear that they are all about the paranormal and they know the paranormal. They've got it twisted and wrong. They have it sort of backward. Um, yes,
Hmm.
it abuse. It is abuse, and you have the right to live in your home peacefully. That should be your safe space. That should be
Absolutely.
that place that you find refuge, and you
Mhm.
should not have to worry about anything.
Anything.
And certainly not a ghost that doesn't even have a body. That's just all they know how to do is take. They don't know how to give.
Mhm.
They just don't. And
And but when you're a codependent person,
you think you're getting a lot.
you're getting so much from
Yes.
them.
Yes.
The ability to trick,
Oh,
lie, and
yeah.
it's fascinating. It really is
Yes.
fascinating.
And I do want to say this, there are people, because we've met them, that aren't necessarily codependent people in life. They become codependent with that earthy.
Yes.
So you learn how to be. And part of it is you don't know what else to do. There is a part of society too that think they all want to live with a ghost. Like, how cool would that be to be in a haunted house, to live
Right.
with, whatever. And you
Right.
see the ghost hunters and they're having the great time and they're this and they're that. And it isn't. And
It isn't.
that person could be existing in such a better place. And they don't realize it. That's where mediums come in.
Mm-hmm.
Is we are there to so first of all, we come in this really high vibration, and what happens is that high vibration hits them and they'll go, oh, I remember something now. Wait, I can live that way. And they ask us like almost immediately to cross them over.
Mm-hmm.
Or they take off running because the fear. They're like,
Right.
wait, I can't leave what I
I
have
can't.
here. I have everything. These ladies can change that for me. And they don't want that. They don't quite get it. And that's where we come in and help. We do it for the living, certainly. We also do it for the earthies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We do. And even if they're entities, if they've never been human, if they're this, what people tend to call demons, we
Which
have
is
them
not a
take,
demon.
no, but we have them taken away by a
Mm-hmm.
specialized team, my guardians. Mari-Lyn has them too. I shouldn't say just me, but they get taken away to be cared for however that looks by spirit. So it's like rehab or jail or what or kind of a combination of both probably.
The way I get it, because
Yeah.
the information we get is so limited
Mhm.
because we don't need to know.
Mm-mm.
But the way I kind of take the information I get
Yeah.
as it is like a jail rehab.
Yeah.
There's always the opportunity for them to choose healing
Always.
and to choose um, a different way.
Once you're caught, however, you don't just, someone doesn't just come pay bail and you get out.
No
It doesn't
bail,
work that way.
no
No.
bail, no.
But you can't just go, and we talk about this all the time on our other channel, or we did. There's some groups out there that they go into someone's home and they pray and they, in the name of Jesus and blah blah blah, and then it's gone. And here they think they've done something fabulous. Now, for that family, have they? It's very possible, sure. That entity may not come back, but I'll bet you most of the time it does. They leave for a certain amount of time to lull the people into thinking that they're better, right?
Right.
However, that entity just went to torture someone else.
Mm-hmm.
So you've just taken them from here and sent them somewhere else to torture someone. So that's where we are different. We make sure that they are taken away
Mm-hmm.
and they're cared for. They are cared for as well, which
Mm-hmm.
is hard for people to understand. Like why do we have any sort of compassion for these entities that come in and torture people? Well, I'm not even sure if I would say I have compassion for them at the moment anyway, especially when they're saying horrible things to me or wanting to hurt me. But they live in such a place where they can't see what needs to be seen. They can't see the love. They can't feel it. Not even sure that it's there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know, and Mari-Lyn, I know if I don't have that compassion to have them taken away, then that just means they're going to go torture someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not very kind. That's certainly not compassionate.
Mm-hmm.
So having them taken away.
So the compassion piece is a little easier for me when I can see that there is still light in this being.
Yes. Yeah.
When there's visible light still in that being,
Mm-hmm.
um, having compassion is so much easier.
Yes. Yeah.
And when there's no light to be seen, or there's a pinprick of light to be
Yeah.
seen, I am always reminded that if I'm not in that vibration of love and compassion, it's too easy to be defeated.
Yes. Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And we have to stay in that high vibration. And you're totally right. And I'm glad you said it because there is a lot of compassion when you're in that high vibration.
Yes.
We just automatically have it, right?
And it's so different.
Like, we don't care.
Spiritual compassion, at least for me, is so much different than human compassion.
Yes.
The
Mhm.
the width and the
Yeah.
breadth of it, it's so
Yes.
consuming, it's so deep and so big, it's
Hmm.
phenomenal
Hmm.
and easy. It's easy when you're in that vibration to allow that compassion to just
That's
be.
true.
Where sometimes as a human, that compassion is rough, man. Woo,
And
it's
a
hard.
very smart earthy. Now, an earthy is what we call an earthbound spirit. So, an earthy is someone that has just come from a life.
Yes,
The last thing they did is they were in a body and they were having a life.
having a life.
Entities have not been human. They haven't been. And then there's things of the earth,
Right.
which come from the earth. We've heard all of those things.
Mhm.
The different folklore and everything. Those are all real. And so that's sort of how we differentiate. But they
Yeah.
have free will too. So if you're yelling at me right now saying, well, what about you say not to cross anyone's free will? And we get that all the time. How can you just go in and cross something over and you're crossing their free? No, I'm not crossing their free will.
No. Oh, yes. Ah!
Yes.
That goes directly back to what I was saying when we first started this recording. When you
Yes.
allow, when you're open and you allow,
Mm-hmm.
that is your free will.
Yes.
If someone doesn't want to cross over, there is
Yes.
no freaking way
No.
we are going to pick them up and shove them through
Yeah.
that evil light. You're
No.
you're going,
Yeah.
get up there.
But
Oh, it doesn't work that way.
they don't see their options. They don't understand what that means. At first, all they know is you're trying to take me away from this thing that I'm surviving here. I'm getting what they think are they're getting their needs met in that low vibration. It's scary, but they're getting something and they don't really. So we come in and we present them with that high vibration. We present them with that option, and all 99.9% of the time they take that option.
Yep.
They're like, I have a choice to
And
go there and not stay here. See ya.
once
Sometimes
in
it
a
takes.
while,
Mhm.
we have to call in,
Yeah.
somebody, a loved
Yep.
one, a trusted
Yep.
person that has crossed over that will come in and extend their love.
Yes.
And
Yes.
have I ever had anybody not cross? I'm trying to think.
I have, and you've been there, so yeah.
Yes,
But you personally, I don't know. So
I
on my end,
don't think so.
if they're, because people will say, well, what if they're not finished yet? Or what, which is a valid question.
Very valid.
Then they make the choice not to go.
Hmm.
But even if you don't think that, like if you have more to do, you're not going to get that more to do being an earthy. You're not going to get it there. So you can do all that work from a better place,
Yeah,
from that place of love and joy and compassion,
yeah.
all of that. But yes, there have been times, just a couple over my career that, yeah. And so we have special guides that will take them, or whoever. I've had Jesus come in and walk them wherever they need to
Wherever
go.
they go. Mhm.
And then it's out of my hands. I'm done. I certainly not my purview at that point, but
Yeah.
so they get what they need. So yeah, a ghost is someone that had a human life and they chose at the last minute for whatever their personal reason was to not cross over. And yes, they still have guides.
Mm-hmm.
Guides do have a harder time getting to that lower vibration to meet them, to talk to them.
Because they're
Yes.
so low.
Yes.
They're so
But
low.
they're always trying. They're trying to get their attention. They're trying to get to them. And again, that's where a medium comes in and can be so helpful.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yes.
So, our guides, as they're talking to us during our human life,
Uh-huh.
they'll, okay, whew, she's not listening. She's not listening.
Yeah.
I'm going to bide my time. I'm going to wait until she's maybe in a more open space.
Hmm. Yes.
And then they can get through because in my human life, I have that option of changing my vibration, of choosing to be more open, of letting my wounding kind of fall away for the moment and not being stuck in it.
Yes.
But as a ghost, as an earthbound spirit, there is no choice.
Right.
They are in that low vibration and they don't even have an awareness.
Right.
Eventually, there is an awareness.
Sure. I'm sure there are guides who have been able to get to them.
Sure. But generally speaking,
Yeah.
there's just not. They are in
Right.
that vibration, and
Right.
that's where they stay.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's low.
And especially now when they have a human that they've connected with and that human keeps them there, then I mean, oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that's rough.
that's
Yeah, because then they've made that connection and they feel like, okay, I'm home. This is home now. Really awful, gross home, but but they're home and they can, yes.
and
We
then the
had,
human who thinks they're doing this wonderful thing
yes.
for this wonderful ghost and
And almost every time they say that too. Well, I'm helping them. They love me, or
Mhm.
they really like me because I'm doing these. It's like, oh no.
Yeah.
And they cannot talk to you like a friend does. The comfort is not the same. We're not taught. We've heard them, oh, they're a friend. Really? No, they're not. You're not having conversations with them like you can another human. It's not the same connection. They cannot do for you what a friend can do for you. They don't have the compassion. They don't have that same love and connection. They just don't, it's just not there.
Which is one reason why some people really like having them around
Yes,
because
yes.
they can wallow around in their wounding. They can,
Ugh,
you
yes.
know, if there's a trauma bond, if you have similar wounds,
Ugh, and that happens a lot.
happens a lot,
Yes,
then you can just feed off of that vibration of that wounding, and it's
yes.
just,
Oh, it's
ah,
horrible. Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So
But so being, hopefully we have conveyed here today the awfulness of being an earthy, and you have a choice as a human to help that. Or if you really want to come at me and tell me how much you care about that earthy, then you'll ask us to cross that over.
absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did a video once. There was this one sort of medium lady who said, you know, something, I'm paraphrasing, with all due respect, but these mediums who cross ghosts over, that's just stupid. Um, Ghosts have been crossing themselves over for centuries. You don't need to be, these people just have such big egos and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh dear God. Okay, so what she's saying is if you have a ghost in your house who's torturing you, it's okay. You know, could years from now they'll finally find their way home and
Yep.
you just put up with it.
You just, yep, it's just
Yeah,
your life.
yeah,
You
just,
don't deserve anything better.
no, no,
They
just
don't deserve anything
make
better
room for
either.
this thing that's abusing you. Just step aside. Oh, please. And they all make the decision. Like Mari-Lyn said, we can't throw them into it and make them do
No,
anything.
no,
But
there's
we
no
do,
pushing them.
there are some that we have to do a lot of talking to. And it's not talking because they already know the option.
No.
We're talking to them to try to get them to understand the option
Mhm.
of and what that looks like.
Yeah, and it's very difficult when you come across one who doesn't believe they deserve
Oh, yeah,
that love. That
yeah,
that one is tough.
yeah.
That one
And
is
it happens a
really,
lot.
it does. It does.
Yeah,
Um, the moment they have that inkling of an understanding,
yeah,
you can just feel everything change. Um,
yes,
and it's just
yes.
a beautiful thing. Yeah.
And there's more than just crossing over. I mean, we have to fix the energy in your house. We have to, I know someone had asked about grids one day in a comment, and so I would like to just sort of touch on that.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
um, so we don't talk a lot about grids, and the reason why is because we have firsthand knowledge of this. People watch when we used to do videos together, Mari-Lyn and I, they used to watch us to sort of in
To
quotes
learn.
learn.
Yeah.
And then and even though we're not teaching, we're giving information. We're not telling anyone how to do anything unless you take our classes, of course, because there's a lot to learn. It's not just one class, okay, you're done, you can go out and do this. It takes years to learn what we know and how to do things properly. Um, so grids are just like the glue that keeps all the dimensions together. And someone wanted more information than that, and I really can't give it to you. And the reason is because maybe not you, but someone listening is going to take everything we say
Yeah.
and think they know how to repair that or fix it and go out and try. And maybe you get it right once, maybe twice. But I'll tell you, when it goes wrong, it's going to go really fucking wrong. And though that's when we get an email, either from the client who said, well, I had this medium come in and she said she learned from you. And it's like, whoa, hold on. That person's never been my student. Or they reach out and say, sort of sheepishly,
Ugh.
yeah,
Help.
I listened to you and I thought I knew what I was doing and I've created this mess now. So we try not to say too much because, and even with that, with the glue, the whole, if you're looking to fix a grid, you're gonna start looking at that thing. Oh, well, okay, that makes sense. Oh, I can see that. I'm gonna go out and start doing it. Um, and it's not it. It takes years to learn. Um, but anyway, so we fix them, we get your house all settled and in a vibration or in a way that it can hold a vibration of something higher, of love, of compassion, of all those joy, all those beautiful things. So
Mhm.
it's more than just crossing over unearthly when we come to clear
Definitely more.
home.
Definitely.
And if any of you are curious at all, we have on TCS Everyday Psychics on YouTube,
Mhm.
we have beautiful videos on there of Mari-Lyn and I. It's only Mari-Lyn and I do the clearings. And there's lots of clearings on there for you to watch if you're interested at all.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
point.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
yes. So, and everyone deserves to be happy. Everyone deserves to know what
Mhm.
love is and to feel that. And everything that you can get from being an earthy, because you think that, you are going to get that and a thousandfold if you go to the higher realms and
Oh,
working out your things there, healing,
yeah.
loving, being in that vibration. It's pretty awesome. So, anyway,
Yeah,
yes. And
perfect.
if you have more questions about that,
Yes,
yeah,
please leave them in the comments. And
yeah.
while you're at it, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe,
And
like,
like, and I think you can do that. What's that thing you can do? The hype?
hype. I don't think you can hype this channel yet.
Oh, okay. You can hype the other channel.
Hype the other channel. We need more subscribers, so
Yes.
subscribe and tell your friends to subscribe
Yeah.
and then
And
hype.
even if you listen on some, we have a lot of subscribers that are not on YouTube. We
Yes.
please encourage you to go to YouTube and just become a member. It doesn't cost anything to
Subscribe.
have an
Yeah,
account and subscribe, and then you never have to listen to it. But just get we need those subscribers. That would be
we do.
fabulous.
We do. We want to
Yes,
grow. We want to get
yes.
our
And we are growing
message
on
out.
the listen only. We're growing, and we're
We
so
are.
grateful. Please
Awesome.
don't think that we're not grateful because we certainly are. We just want to grow everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but ask your questions if you have more ghost questions, because that's spirit too.
It is so spiritual. And it blows my mind
Hmm.
that when we started doing ghost POVs to give the
Yes.
ghost a voice,
Yeah.
you don't hear about it being a spiritual
No,
endeavor
no.
at all. And it is the epitome of a
Yes.
spiritual endeavor.
And yeah, and when you have what was I can't remember the exact verbiage we used to use, but the paranormal is a gateway to your journey or is a part of your journey or is a gateway to being spiritual or something. I don't remember what we that sort
Did
of
we say that?
verbiage.
I don't know, but it so can be.
Yes.
It is a beautiful segue into opening up your purview to spirit and all things spiritual.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the paranormal is that it is a quest of ours to educate people on what a ghost really is, how ghost hunting is just so detrimental. They're, um, we can, to the ghost hunters themselves, they have so many issues and they're not putting it together. Oh, I can't hold on to a relationship. Oh, maybe it's because I'm walking around in this low vibration all the time because I have these earthies or entities coming in and creating havoc in my life and tugging at all of my wounding and poking at me. And I can't keep a relationship, or I'm getting sick. I keep getting sick, or I get a weird cancer. Or, I mean, there's so many things that happen aside from the fact that they are torturing these already tortured souls. A ghost is a tortured soul, and these ghost hunters are going in and how many times can you have someone say, "What is your name? What are you doing here? I heard you did this, and I heard you. Oh, can you move this thing? Can
Oh,
you
can
turn
you
on
make
this
this
light?"
light go off? Can you make,
Good
can you
Lord.
do this?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I understand. So here's the piece. I do understand the excitement of that. I do. I understand the adrenaline rush. However, there's better ways. Like what we do within the paranormal is a huge adrenaline rush, and it's fabulous.
It is.
And not only that, we get at the end, it's like birthing a baby. You have this beautiful thing at the end. You have, you know that you just help a soul find its destiny,
Yeah.
crossover, and you just helped some humans who now have a choice of how to live their life in joy. So there's so many elements. So if you want that, please go the route of what we're talking about, of being a helper in that and not the other way around. But ghost hunting is $1 billion business.
Yeah, it is. And it
And
has the wow factor.
it does.
It has that wow factor, and it's
And how many and
yeah,
they okay, brace yourself. You might all get pissed at me for this and say, "Oh, well, they do that, but this group's they all lie. They all lie." The ghost hunters, well, the earthies do too, and the entities, obviously everything's a lie. But
well,
but the
yeah,
ghost hunters have to make it exciting for you to watch
yeah.
because we have so many to remember those some of those POVs. Here the ghost hunters are screaming, "Oh!" And we're looking, it's like, what? There's nothing around them.
Nothing
Nothing is
here.
happening. Yes.
And it's there's been both cases, right? If there's nothing happening right there around them,
Mhm.
screw them. I'm going to the kitchen because
Yes.
going on in the kitchen. Or there's nothing in this building.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
100%
Yes.
manufactured.
Yes. My favorite thing though is when there is shit going on around them and they're like the ghost hunters are looking around. They're like, "No, my
Nothing.
light's not blinking. Nothing is happening here." And the ghost is right in front of them,
Like,
jumping up and down. And then all of a sudden, one of the ghost hunters gets sick, like nauseous and everything. That's yeah.
yeah,
You just got yeah.
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 You
You just got
just got
Shazammed by a ghost.
yeah.
Yeah. So funny. Yes.
Oh my God.
So anyway, paranormal stuff is fabulous. And if you want to know more, just you can ask. You can go to our website if you want classes or just learn more or go to our other channel. Yeah,
Yeah.
and when I say that, it's mostly her now. Um, it's not me. I've still stepped away doing other things. Yeah. But yeah.
Oh.
All
Yeah,
right.
I
Woo.
think that's good because while this is the spiritual channel, the healing
Yep.
channel, um, the paranormal and ghosts, you can't get any more spiritual than that. So it really fit.
Because the spiritual realms are the spiritual realms. They're all those, whatever the vibration is, low or high, somewhere in between, it's all
Yeah.
spiritual. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I would like to take a moment and talk about something that we also talked about earlier.
Mhm.
It kind of, I think, leads into that. The difference between being intuitive and psychic.
Oh,
Yeah.
intuitive, like following your gut.
Yeah.
Spiritual.
100%. Yes. And because I know when I used to teach classes, people would say, I don't know if like I didn't like I give them an assignment to do for the week. And then they come back the next week. They're like, well, I didn't do anything. And then they sit there and proceed to talk about all the spiritual stuff they did, but they're not seeing it as that.
Right.
Right? So,
Yes.
so,
This morning and yesterday. That exact conversation I had with
oh, do
the
tell.
students. Well, it was just that simple of, well, I didn't do anything. And then in the course of conversation,
Yeah.
they're telling me all of these things, and both of them stopped and said, "Oh shit, wait a minute."
I guess I did.
And it was brilliant because
Yeah.
I didn't have to point it out. I'm just sitting there and I'm laughing and I'm like, "Okay, do you
Yes.
realize?" And then finally they both did went, "Oh shit, wait a minute."
Yes.
But I I'm
Yes.
confused.
Yeah.
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 And it was brilliant.
So
Absolutely.
being psychic is a very conscious choice to go and read energy.
Mm-hmm.
That takes practice. Not everyone is born psychic. I know some people will tell you that, but they're not. There's some
No,
psychics out there that will tell, and I think that's just their way of getting more students. Everyone is psychic. Well, no, everyone's intuitive.
everyone is intuitive. And
Everyone.
I don't care what your
Mm,
religion is, what
mm,
your spiritual beliefs are. If you don't have any beliefs,
right.
intuition equals
Yes.
spiritual.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I think of the comedian Ricky Gervais. Is that how you pronounce his last name? I'm not sure. He's super funny. But he's an atheist and he talks about being an atheist. And that's, I personally don't care. But because how could there be a God and that, goes through all that stuff? Okay,
Yeah.
well, fine. But where do you think your creativeness comes from? Where do you think your humor comes from? Do you think that's just your human brain? Honey. No. You are very intuitive. You have a very deep connection to yourself, which is spiritual and spirit. We are all connected. And that's where he gets all this beautiful stuff from, but he doesn't see that as being I wonder if it's because of the religious piece, really. That could very
I'm going to
well be.
say yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that
And
just sort of hit me.
being atheist is part of his spiritual journey in this
Yes,
life.
it is. 100% it
So
is.
he can experience being a human
Yeah.
without that conscious
Yes.
um
And he has a love for animals that is beyond it is so, and it's like
spiritual.
spiritual right there. You are connecting with these souls who need connecting with. Like he's really and it's like that's a spirit, that's spiritual too. You're connecting with another
Yeah.
soul.
Yeah.
And that love only comes from spirit, comes from God, the universe, whatever verbiage you want to put on there.
Yep.
Because he's not a psychopath or whatever that he doesn't have psychopathy where you just can't feel for other people, whatever. Um, yeah, yes. So,
Yeah.
but
Love
there
that.
is a difference. Everyone is intuitive. Everyone has that connection. Not everyone, first of all, not everyone chooses to be psychic in this lifetime.
Hmm.
And some people I've been a teacher for long enough to know there's some people you just can't teach. They want to be, but whatever it is within them, they won't really truly allow that connection to happen. It might have something to do with control, like they feel out of control, allowing, because there is a certain amount of that when it's like when
Oh,
you channel one of your guides
oh yeah.
or just spirit in general, you have to trust, and there is a certain amount of letting go. But you are
A
in,
huge amount of letting go. There's
yes,
a huge
but you
amount of
are more protected in those mo people think that, oh, I won't be protected. Oh, no, 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 no. You are beyond protected in that moment.
yeah,
Yeah, if you want to use that term
yeah,
protection. Hmm.
which I don't, but I get it.
Right.
Yeah.
And but it's a term that everyone knows, right? Um,
Yep.
yes. So
Really.
intuitive or intuition and psychic ability are different, but everyone's intuitive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which,
Mm-hmm.
yay. We all get those gut feelings. Or even if you don't even recognize it as a gut feeling, you just say you were out driving that day and you decide to go a different direction.
Mm-hmm.
Was that really your brain, or do you think someone I think was probably guiding you that way and you listened?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Um, it's often the phrase women's intuition.
Hmm.
Well,
Yes.
women aren't the only ones that have intuition.
No.
Men are so intuitive.
Yes.
And
Yes.
there is I'm going to say maybe a stigma
Hmm.
about men expressing their intuition
Hmm.
because it can be looked at as, hate to say this, too caring.
Yes. Yes.
And it's viewed as a weakness.
Hmm. Which is so sad, but
So
yes.
sad.
Yes.
It's such a strength to
Hmm.
really tap into that internal guidance that everyone has.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes. And your guides are your own, by the way. So we had talked about this, and someone said something about it, but yes, Mari-Lyn and I share guides, and we've talked about that.
Hmm.
Or one guide, Fred and Cowboy, same dude.
Same dude.
They come to us, he comes to us very differently.
So different. So
And
different.
yes, there are times when trying to get a message across to, say, Mari-Lyn, she's not listening, so they'll say something to me, he'll say something to me, and vice versa. But it's a really small little message. We're not talking about big things. You're not going to talk to someone else's guide and get a lot of information out of them. That's not what they're there to do.
Hmm.
They're there for you. So, how many times I know I'm asking this question. How many times have you had students, especially new students, say, "Can you tell me who my guides are?" It's like almost it,
Countless.
yes, yes. And what do they say? And it doesn't work that way.
Mm-mm.
Um, it
Mm-mm.
doesn't work that way. Will they give you typically in that situation, what that guide is going to give you is that inspirational support. They're not going to give you specific things like you can get on your own from them. It's very different information that you get. Yes, and
Very different.
it's none of your damn business to be talking to my guides. Sorry, but it's
And,
not.
you know, when working with somebody and they say, can you tell me who my guides are?
Yeah,
Most of the time, no.
right.
Most of the time, I'm aware
Hmm.
of one or two,
Hmm.
but anything beyond
Yeah,
that. And then other times, they'll come right up
yeah,
and could I? Yeah, but no, that's not for me to tell you.
right.
They're right here.
Mhm.
And when you are ready, and what I might get is a little idea of what they can do to prepare themselves, an exercise for them to start opening themselves up to trust. But no, I've never had a guide go, "Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Tell them about me. Tell them about me."
Right, right. No.
Never.
And then and then guides come in for all different reasons. That could be a guide that just happens to be with me today because I'm working on something that they're going to help
Absolutely.
me with. So if you
Absolutely.
have somebody tell you, oh, you have a male guide standing there, he looks like this, blah, blah, blah. Great. But what happens when he leaves and I don't, or I keep calling on him for other things, but he's not the one to ask about that. And so I'm unhappy and dissatisfied because I'm not getting the information from him. But that psychic told me that this is my guy. You don't
Exactly.
know. You and your guidance is such a personal relationship.
Hmm.
So personal. And they're really only for you to talk to. And they're only going to give you, I mean, the type of information that I get from my guides, no one else could get that information out of.
No. I will say there have been times where I have channeled Fred
Hmm.
for you, and that is a beautiful experience.
Hmm.
And
Pretty rare, but it has happened.
but what happens is that's like a stimulus
Okay. Yeah.
because whatever that channeled message is, then Pam and Fred get to
Yes.
work that into
So what just came
full.
was that's one of those inspirational messages when you channel him.
Yeah.
And it helps me get into the right vibration to hear him. Because the only time I would ever ask anyone to channel one of my guides, and the only person I would ever ask to do that is Mari-Lyn, would be because I'm in a place where I just can't hear him right now because my vibration is low. I'm sad. I'm in it. I'm in my trauma at the moment, and I that's when you can't always hear.
Hmm.
And yeah, and so then I would ask, or my dad, I would ask, but my dad is a different type of guide.
Hmm.
He will come and give Marilyn messages, but he's not, I don't even know how to describe what he's more of a career type guide for
Hmm.
me, even though he was my dad in this lifetime. Um, he really doesn't come in. I have healed so much. He used to come in a lot more when I was before I had all my, did a lot of
Yep.
healing. And that's another thing. Family members will come in for you, but they come in for specific things. They come in when you have wounding, when you really need to hear something to
Yeah.
help you heal, and they get to heal too.
Hmm.
Hope I'm not totally confusing everyone out there. You're probably thinking, what the hell are these ladies talking about? Ask your questions and we'll try to
Ask
get
them.
to them. Yeah.
Yes. Spirituality is so simple and so convoluted all at the same time.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Fascinating. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So hopefully this has been thought provoking and you've got lots of questions to ask from it.
Yes. I hope so. Please and ask them.
Yeah,
Um, yeah. Do we feel wrapped up?
I think so.
I don't even know. I'm not sure. Okay.
I don't know. Do
Feels
you?
like that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clear as mud for everyone, I'm sure.
Clear as mud.
Yes. Please
Absolutely.
ask your questions. Those podcasts are really nice when we get to come in with someone's question. Oh, and Mia. Oh, Mia. I wanted to
Yes.
say thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Mia.
I couldn't remember at the time. Mia is the beautiful soul who asked us about medication and vibration. So I think it was just last week's.
I think it was. Yeah.
Uh, yes, and well, she wrote it in a public space, so in a comment. So I'm sure I can. Um, she she's dying, and she has gone on antidepressant medication. And I can't remember if she said this or I intuited this, that maybe it was harder for her after getting on that medication or just wondering about it. And yes, you can still connect when you're on medication. It's
Absolutely.
just harder. Don't give up. Keep going. You can do it. And I speak not just to Mia, but to everyone listening.
Mhm.
Just keep going. And Mia, we absolutely adore you. And our hearts are so full that you're part of our community. I just want to
Absolutely.
cry. And thank you so much. You are so beautiful. And that beautiful day when you get to cross over, we hope you come visit. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm crying over here, and I don't cry easily, damn it. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
so thank you, Mia.
Yeah. Thank you, Mia. We appreciate you.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well,
We'll see you next time,
see you
everybody.
next time.
Bye.
Bye.